cheevo. My cheevo. Come on in. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Elvis.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back home if you are a regular. It is so lovely to be home. Obviously, it is absolutely divine being in Mallorca and I loved every single second of it, but oh, just to be at home. The sun is shining, but whew, I had to hold on to my knickers when I got off the plane. Holy smokes, is it chilly? So we're sitting at around about like 0, -1. I think last night it got down to -3. So when I took the babies for a walk out this morning, the fountains were flowing, but you could see where the water had frozen and there were some beautiful icicles. Hopefully you were able to see that too. But I have had the most bliss morning. Oh, I can't even tell you how divine it has been. So I got up at the crack of dawn. Obviously took the babies out, fed them, went round the orchard and just actually took a moment to watch the sunrise. It was magnificent and I'm really enjoying, well, I'm really trying with my habits and enjoying every single second of it. And like I said, just making more time. So this morning, I just got up a little bit earlier than I normally do. And it gave me more time to kind of really enjoy the luxuries of life, which is, you know, taking the dogs out and listening to those crunchy footprints with the frozen grass, having the sort of like a mist or condensation when you breathe, being able to have time to watch the sunrise. It was absolutely breathtaking, I cannot tell you. I then came inside, I had some cuddles with the baby boys with my coffee, but my water is actually over there. I am sticking to my New Year's resolution. I think it is Wednesday today, but you are going to be seeing this on Sunday. And I'm sticking to my litre of water before coffee. And I'm already seeing a massive difference. 1, to my energy levels. 2, I don't feel that lethargic in the afternoon. I definitely think that's down to the water. And then of course I have my coffee. So I had about 15 minutes with the boys having cuddles. I mean, there's 4 of them, so it takes a bit of time. And then I went through all of my emails. I hammered out a load of emails before 9 AM. I love it. I love to just sort of get started at 7 till about 8:30. And I've already completed my whole inbox. So then I actually went and had a gorgeous shower, which you saw. It was hair wash day. So I always do a double shampoo and then I use a mask. I try to only wash my hair like twice a week, depending upon obviously what's happening. So yeah, I feel like a new woman. I've got freshly blow-dried hair. I've popped a little bit of makeup on because quite frankly, you would have been horrified otherwise. I am on a real health kick. Obviously, it's the beginning of January, and I think it is so important to give yourself that guilt-free, almost like a guilt-free pass in December. Like, you have to eat the food, enjoy yourself, try lots of different things, just enjoy every single morsel of that delicious and unctuous Christmas food. But that does mean that in January, I do need to somewhat rein it in. And I love having my January reset. So obviously I am just talking to you guys about what I do. I'm not encouraging anybody else to do it, but I always try to do dry January. Alcohol is actually something that I can take or leave. I don't tend to drink that much, but obviously through December, with the wedding, with traveling, with Christmas, Vlogmas, all of the above, I definitely drank more than what I'm used to. So I am going to try to do dry January. I don't really tend to eat dairy just because it makes me feel so sort of sluggish in a way and actually gives me really bad skin. Another thing is gluten. I am actually gluten intolerant, but I love it so much. So gluten is a real tricky one for me, like pasta, no alcohol, no gluten, no dairy. So I am eating protein and vegetables, kind of going back to how our bodies were designed before there was refined sugar, before there was gluten, before there was ultra processed food, literally cutting all of that out and going back to basics. And also just taking time to take care of myself. You know, January, I literally rein it in. I almost like prune my life in a way. Always October, November, December is extremely busy. So I take January to have days at home and create, like I said in my first vlog of the year, the strategy for the year. Build the foundation, so you are literally building a business plan and a strategy that is going to be successful, whether that is in your personal life or whether that is in your business life. So today's vlog is going to be all about health and wellness, a little bit of a January reset. So I am at home today, which is just divine. So we started off with a dog walk, always have my coffee, I've got a load of emails done, I've washed my hair, popped some makeup on, and I am absolutely ravenous. So whilst I'm chatting to you, I'm literally just going to make some breakfast. Well, I say make some breakfast, but I've actually really got into this natural cocoa yogurt. It's the coconut collab yogurt, which is delicious. It's plant-based, so it's no dairy, but it's got this sort of like slight sweetness to it, which is all natural, and it's absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna have 3 big tablespoons of that. Of course, lick the spoon. And then I have some blueberries. Oh, divine. And then, to be honest with you, I'm gonna get a little bit more work done. I've had a load of emails come in that are quite pressing. So I'm gonna get some emails done whilst I have some breakfast. And then once I'm on top of that, I'm going to take the poochies for a walk. It is the most glorious day today. Wall to wall sunshine. Aren't we lucky? I feel like I've brought the sunshine with me, if I'm allowed to say that. So that is kind of what I'm going to be doing today. I've got lots of work on. I want to take the dogs for a walk. I need to do an at-home workout. So really, this is going to be all about health and wellness, a January reset. We're going to have a good old catch up. I'm going to talk you through some of my healthy favorites. So I've got my yogurt, blueberries, just popped some seeds on there for protein, and I've actually just popped in a few dried soft prunes. They are one of my favorite things. The sweetness, it's natural sugar, and it sort of like sets me up for the day and fills me up. And then this afternoon, I think I might actually make my vegetable soup with you guys. You're always asking me for easy and healthy recipes. So I might make that with you. We're gonna go for a dog walk. I'm gonna do an at-home workout, and we're gonna get a load of work done. So that is what this vlog is going to be about. And for the time being, I'm going to have my brekkie, get some emails done, and then we're going to get the sorry, I should not be talking with my mouth full. We're going to get the dogs suited and booted and go for a glorious walk around the countryside. One of my non-negotiable habits was to go on a long dog walk every single day. Take time out, whether that is early in the morning before work, or whether it's on a lunch break, or whether I've actually just got to make time and work on the walk. So we're going to be doing that together, and I'm sticking to it, which is just, it's lovely. We're early on in January, but like I said, my babies are my priority. So we're going to go for a gorgeous walk. Anywho, I'm not going to stand here and talk to you guys. I'm starving, so I'm going to eat my breakfast, get some emails done, and I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, I have officially been sat here like a slug for about 2.5 hours. Terrible, 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 terrible. So I am now going to have another glass of water, try and get this whole, oh, excuse me. It really helps me having a straw. It just means that I can drink quicker. And then I am going to get the dogs all suited and booted in their jackets because it is freezing outside, and we are going to go for the most glorious dog walk whilst the sun is still shining. Then I'm gonna head home and we're gonna make a delicious soup together. Then I've got a little bit more work to do, and then we're gonna do an at-home workout. So having a gorgeous but productive day and sticking to those non-negotiable New Year habits.
Okay, Bubbas. Are you ready? Are you ready? Do you want to go on big walkies? Oh my goodness, Wiggy, what are you doing to me? You're just irresistible. Irresistible. Are we gonna go out? Come on then, Wiggs. Come on, you can't be a lazy boy. Huh? Come on then, let's go big walkies.
In the dog room, first things first, we need to get the dogs all suited and booted for this outrageously chilly weather. Right, boys, are you ready for your coats? Oh, honestly, this is the sweetest thing you have ever seen. I'm gonna pop you down here so that you can actually see these little cretin children. Huh? You gonna come say hello to everybody? You gonna come and say hi? You gonna come and say hi? I'm using this actually as a tripod so that I can bring you down here, pop you there, and then Odie, you say hi. Odie has this little sheepskin coat that is so good. We've had it for about, gosh, I'd say 6 or 7 years. And it's from Kentucky, which is a horse brand, but it's beautifully fleece lined. It's got this little sheepskin on the top, and it keeps him so warm. Again, another horsey brand is Kingsland Equestrian. This is Wiggy's. Wiggs? Wiggy tries to get out of going for a long walk. He's a lazy boy. Come on, Wiggy. Where are you? You can't go to bed. Come here. This way, everybody. Right. Wiggy, you're going for a walkie. I know you're not. You're a bit of a lazy sausage and you get cold. So he's got his little Kingsland coat on. Lancelot, I can't find a coat that's long enough for Lancelot because he's so little on his body, but he's very long. He's a bit of a Pippi Longsausage. So he has this one, but sadly his sort of like bottom sticks out of it. So he gets a bit of a chilly bottom, but at least you're warm. And then Ruffy gets the big one, because he's a big sausage. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness me. Odie, you're making a right racket. Right, we need collars and leads, please, boys. Collars and leads. Okay. I know. We need 2 suspending leads, and then the 2 other leads are outside. Okay, boys. So, Wiggy, you have your little army harness. Lancelot, you need this one on, please, baby. Huh? Odie's there. Thank you. Oh my goodness, the big stories. Oh, the very big stories. Oh my goodness. Sorted. Okay, now Rafi, you need this collar on. Rafi doesn't really need a collar, but it's just in cases. Okay, that's you. Odie, you can look dashing in pale blue. Right, let's get your ears through. Okay, right, that's you guys all ready. Right, Mummy now needs to get ready. Lancelot, what are you doing? They all were so funny when I put their coats on, but it is very, very chilly out there. I think I'm gonna go with a fleece underneath my big expedition coat from Holland Cooper. This is actually just a show full. I think this is gonna keep me warm underneath. And then, Lancelot, what are you doing, baby? I've got my big expedition coat. Honestly, I don't know how I would get through the winter without this. It is incredible. I literally pull it on, whether I'm wearing my dressing gown in the morning or whether I'm going for big, long dog walks. I'm actually gonna do the zip up. Oh, right, I'm coming, boys. And considering it is such a beautiful day, I don't actually think I need my big wellies. I think I'm actually just going to go with my 3/4 wellies.
Odie, you're so vocal today.
Okay, so that is me and the boys all dressed appropriately for a very chilly but very beautiful dog walk. So let's go.
They are all dressed and ready to impress. Are you ready, boys? I think it's safe to say that they are ready. Come on then, boys. Come on then, you bringing your ball, Raffy? Of course he's bringing his ball. What a silly question, Mummy. Right. Oh, let's go and enjoy this spectacular day. I showed you this fountain earlier, but this is what I mean by it being freezing cold. Gosh, the water has frozen, and look at those beautiful icicles. It's just incredible. Wiggs, you look so handsome. So handsome indeed. What a posh trot you have. Let's go for the most gorgeous dog walk. Again, one of my non-negotiables everyday 2024 habits. It also doubles up because I want to get 10,000 steps done every day. So taking them for a walk is not only one of my everyday habits, but so's the 10,000. So it is a 2-in-1 jobby, which we love. Right, boys, now the gate, this is where they know things are going to get exciting. Let's go, boys. And they're off like whippets. Oh, name a better feeling. This is just glorious. The fresh air in nature, sunshine, that dose of vitamin D, and my favourite, shouldn't say this, but I feel like you'll all understand, my favourite people in the world. My 4 baby sausages. Oh, goodness gracious me. It's a little bit windy, hence why I've got my hood up. So keeping my head warm means my whole body will be warm. And I've shown this coat to you really rather a lot over the winter season, but this is literally my winter must-have. It is just incredible. Whether it is absolutely bucketing cats and dogs, I'm dry, or whether the sun is shining but is -2, I'm very, very warm. Oh my goodness me, I'm a very, very happy camper today. Yesterday I felt a little bit, I don't know, I felt quite tired yesterday, and I think that might have something to do with kind of the detox that I'm on. And to go from literally living it large in December to cutting right back and being super, super thoughtful as to what it is that I'm putting in my body, you know, I think that can put your body into a strict detox. Back to what I was saying before my dogs decided to chase a hare. I think that can sort of like catapult your body into a detox. And so yesterday I felt really tired, I didn't have that much energy. Also, I feel like the toxins are coming out of my body through my face. Wonderful! I've had Mount Everest on my forehead. I'm not even joking. I've hardly been able to frown. It's been that painful. And you know what I'm like? I tell you guys everything and I keep it real on my YouTube channel. So literally I've had another human with a heartbeat on my forehead. And also, I've almost had like a black eye with this eye. I don't know whether you can see in the lighting, but it's been really painful, and I just think that that's to do with the toxins sort of like leaving my body. But I wish they picked a different place other than my face. Not ideal. But anyway, feeling very happy and very chirpy and kind of back to my normal self today. Right, are we all here? We're going through the next gate. These two little cretins go on leads, and Odie and Raffy are good boys, so they don't need to. But let's keep going on this divine walk. What a view. I think it's safe to say they are definitely enjoying themselves too. Oh my goodness me.
Look at that view, the sunshine over the fields. And it's definitely fair to say that we have had an obscene amount of water, but it also means that the crop and all the grass is growing like billio. Oh, this is just divine. Good boys. Come on then. This way, Lancelot. This way. I cannot tell you how much I have missed this. Just honestly, like, the simplest things in life can bring you such great pleasure, but I also think it's a mindset. You know, I used to always get really stressed. Lancelot, no, that's naughty. I used to always get really stressed bringing all 4 dogs out because I've got 2 on leads and 2 not on leads. The 2 that are not on leads are so friendly. So that means that they run up to other people and their dogs, which I can understand can be quite scary when you don't know the dog. And also scary for me because I don't know their dogs. So I used to always get so stressed bringing all 4 out, thinking, can I control these 4 dogs? And so I kept practicing, taking 2 and 2, making sure that with tidbits and treats, they're always listening to me. And you know what, they're so good when I bring all 4 of them out, but I'd still get stressed about it. And it suddenly occurred to me, I thought, Leonora, stop. Well, first of all, I'm going to apologise for being so out of breath. I am actually walking uphill. But basically, I thought to myself, if I'm going to, Lancelot, if I'm going to get so stressed with something that is just so simple, then what are the pleasures in life? Take a deep breath and enjoy every single second of it. You know, if the leads get tangled, or if I, in fact, get tangled in the leads, don't get stressed out about it. Smile, laugh, shake it off, and walk on. And that's basically a little bit of a motto that I apply to my entire life, really. It's just no point stressing about things that, 1, you can't change, and 2, that have already happened. So I love every single second of this walk, even when one dog goes one direction, the other dog goes the other, and in fact sometimes I have all 4 dogs on a lead and it's an absolute chaos, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Anywho, we are back on the homeward straight. We've got 2 fields to go. And then I'm afraid I've got to get my head down. I've got so much work to do. But again, I'm ravenous. I'm so hungry. I've sort of got quite late with eating today. I just hadn't anticipated for one thing to take me so long, and I wanted to make sure that it was perfect. So it's actually, in fact, 3 o'clock and I haven't had any lunch yet. So I'm gonna go home, get a few urgent things done that have come in whilst I've been on my walk, and then we're going to make a delicious, super simple, super nutritious soup together. And then I might even have enough energy to do an at-home workout. I really want to share that with you because, again, it's super simple but really effective. So I'll see you guys when we get home. Back at home, the sun has officially set. I am blown to bits, but I'm thankfully warming up. What a glorious walk. So I have towed down the dogs and I am now so hungry. So I'm going to very quickly make my super healthy but super quick vegetable soup, and really it can be anything you have in the fridge. Just your favorite vegetables. There is no art to this, and to be honest with you, there's not a recipe. I literally take everything that I have in the fridge that I think will go together, and sometimes I use chicken stock, sometimes I use vegetable stock, and sometimes I may have had like a roast chicken on a Sunday, and then on the Monday I will make my own chicken stock and then make a soup out of it. So I've kind of had a little bit of a scan of the fridge, I've got some courgettes, I've got some celery. I'm gonna pop in half a fennel because that's the only fennel I have. I love fennel so much I could literally just eat it like this. I absolutely adore fennel with like crudité. And dip it in hummus. Yum. Yum, gram. Spinach, I'm gonna pop in at the end. I've got some really gorgeous little baby onions. I mean, how sweet are those? Divine. I'm gonna pop some shallots in there. And then these are pot ready to use vegetable stock. I picked them up at my local farm shop. I've never tried these before, but my mum swears by them, so. I'm like chowing on some fennel like a cow. Sorry about that. So I'm going to use that. And then I think for a sort of a dash of protein in it, I love using like white beans. I might even put like a butter bean through it. Yum. One final thing that would be so delicious in it would be, I mean, we could even turn it into like a bit of like a shiitake mushroom miso-y soup. But to be honest with you, these are all very traditional vegetables. So I'm going to make a traditional vegetable soup with some beans in it. There is no art to it. Literally chop it up, chuck it in, put it on the hob to sweat with a touch of olive oil, and then put loads of vegetable stock. I might even put a couple of cubes of vegetable stock and some extra water, loads of seasoning. Go crazy on these seasoning. You can put some like Italian herbs and Provence, salt, pepper, chili, garlic. Go crazy. Actually, that's a point. I'm going to pop in some garlic, and I love putting in whole cloves. So I'll have some stinky breath, but it is so good for you. So I'm gonna pop you guys on a time lapse, and I'm gonna create this soup. And then whilst it is simmering away and sort of like all those flavors are combining, we are going to pop together some really beautiful fresh lilies. Again, no art to it. I want it to be super clean and super fresh, that real January reset. All fresh white flowers in the house, and yeah, we're gonna make the kitchen feel all cozy but fresh for the new year. So whilst this bubbles away and all those beautiful flavors all combined together, I'm going to go into the scullery and create a very, very pretty, very simple but fresh floral display for the kitchen. I'm really intrigued to taste that vegetable stock. As you can see, I seasoned it thoroughly and it looks delicious already. In the scullery, and I've got a sink full of some beautiful fresh florals. I would normally use florals from the garden, but to be honest with you, at this time of year the garden is looking rather bleak. We have beautiful dried hydrangeas that are already in the house, and actually saved them from the incredible fireplace extravaganza over Christmas. So they are dried and already in vases around the house. But we're going to go with some very, very pretty fresh, I'm going to turn this around so that you can see. We've got some beautiful fresh white lilies. We've got some spray carnations, which I just think are so effective, and they are such good value. I mean, look, £2.50, and they last for a few weeks, which is fantastic. And then I've got some white roses and then some baby's breath. I just think it's so effective. And again, it's £2. It's amazing. Incredible. So let's create something beautiful in here, and then I'm going to create a couple of posies just for the bedrooms, because I've got a very special guest coming to stay. And no, it's not the monstrosity that is on my forehead. Scarlett is coming to stay, but that is going to be on a whole nother vlog, so you are going to have to wait and see what we get up to. Oh, I'm trying to balance you on the coffee machine, but she's coming for a staycation, and it's kind of like a workcation in a way, because as you guys know, my work schedule is rather demanding at the moment, and kind of just like setting the foundations up for the year ahead. And I absolutely adore January, as you know, but I kind of felt like I was a little bit of a bad friend through like November, December. Like I had hardly time to catch up with so many of my girlfriends that January is the perfect time. So I said, why don't you come and stay for a few days? Anywho, as I said, that is coming on a whole nother vlog, so you're gonna have to wait and see. And right now, I've got some lilies that are waiting to be popped into a beautiful vase. So it is literally going to be as simple as, getting this enormous thing filled full of water, voila, and I'm going to snip plastic off, or recyclable plastic, right. Let's take those leaves off. I actually think the length is perfect. It's a very, very large vase. So I'm going to literally just snip the tiniest amount off the bottom, just to ensure that they are freshly snipped, and then they're able to get a good slug of water. I'm going to take off the leaves just because it then means that the water doesn't get gunky, and sometimes the leaves can actually, the leaves, I feel like I'm not explaining that. The leaves? I've officially lost it. Whatever these are, take those off, and then there is no gunky or stinky water. Perfect. And then I'm going to use the second packet. Because the kitchen is rather large and we've got such high ceilings, I do love to have quite a high arrangement, and sadly it does take quite a lot of florals to do it. But when the lilies are so well priced, I actually don't mind, because they last for up to 2 weeks, which is amazing. And it's just something that brings me such great pleasure, coming down in the morning and seeing beautiful fresh flowers. It is definitely a luxury, but I would rather not do something else, or go out and have expensive coffees, or maybe go for one less dinner a month, or you know, all of those little things, and save my pennies to have some beautiful fresh florals. It's not something I do all year round, because as you can imagine, it can get quite expensive. But yeah, I just feel like start the year as we mean to go on and have some beautiful fresh lilies. It seems as I'm spending most of my time at the moment at home just planning for the year. I'd like to have some beautiful florals to look at. I'm almost thinking that this vase is just too big for all of these lilies. They're looking a little bit bare, and of course they're going to look very different. There are the poochies. They're going to look very different when they bloom and when they open. Okay, well, they're all flopping to the sides. I'm going to have a little bit of a jig. I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. So those are the flowers all finished. I went with the smaller vase in the end. I just felt like the lilies were just sort of a little bit too small for the enormous one. And when they open, trust me when I say, they are going to look magnificent. They are just simple, classic and classy, and I cannot wait for them to erupt. I think there are so many heads on here. It is going to be quite the sight. And then I also finished Scarlett's very, very pretty florals for her bedroom. It's a little bit of a garish vase, but it's a very, very well treasured one. This was one of my grandmother's vase, and it is solid crystal. It is so heavy, and I thought Scarlett would like it. So I've popped some beautiful, fresh, tiny, very dainty white roses. We've got some baby's breath, and then those gorgeous little white flowers that will bloom in no time. Again, I did 2 little matching vases for the bedside tables. I think they're so pretty. So, so pretty. And you won't believe it, all of these florals, and I do actually have quite a few left over, which I'm going to do a couple of loo arrangements with. All of this was under £20. So I would much prefer to have a few less fancy coffees or one less lunch out and be able to have some very pretty fresh florals ready for the new year. Right, I'm going to pop these upstairs into Scarlett's bedroom, and then I'm afraid I need to get back to my station over here, get back working. I've actually also taken all of my brushes out of my makeup bag, not the remote, and I need to give them a good clean. I didn't have time to actually do them in December, which is just atrocious, I know, and probably the culprit to the enormous spot on my forehead. So all of my brushes are going to get a deep clean ready for the new month. And then I've got to get a lot more work done. You are seeing the behind the scenes of my working station. I literally live on that chair with my head in that laptop for, oh my goodness me, 12 hours, 14 hours a day. And I'm going to have a little bit of my soup, which is bubbling away over there. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so soup is done. I went ahead, I'm sorry, I apologise. So for a bit of protein, I've actually popped some butter beans in there, which is, oh, delicious. And then I'm literally just going to pop in a few large handfuls of spinach. That will just welt down by itself. It doesn't need to be on the heat. And really pop the butter beans in at the last moment because, again, the heat throughout the soup, see, it's been boiling and simmering, will just make those butter beans warm. They don't need to be cooked at all, otherwise they kind of break up and go a bit soggy. But this literally looks like the most wholesome, hearty and healthy soup. Look at me, wholesome, hearty and healthy soup. Back in my favourite spot. It's a good thing I love my job because I sure do spend a fair few hours sat here. I've got my little CEOs all dotted around the place. They've just had their dinner. Got this new little routine. They have Sausage Dog Sanctuary food, which Odie, Raffy and Wiggy adore, absolutely love it. Lancelot, it's not his favourite. I don't know what it is, whether it's to do with like the kibble or the size of kibble. You can trust me, I've tried everything. And he's not a fan of wet food either. But what he does like is fish fillets. So I buy them kind of in bulk from Costco, and then you can basically either defrost them, pop them in the microwave, and I just sort of like mush it into their food, and honestly, they adore it. You see Wiggy, he does like his little food dance. I wish I filmed it. I'm so sorry, I forgot my camera, and then by the time I got down there, they were screaming. But anyway, I've got my soup, which is literally the most wholesome, hearty, healthy soup. And I'm sat down, I've got a couple of things to edit. I've got an obscene email inbox. And just planning. I've also got something really exciting to tell you. Well, I kind of told you on my first vlog of the year, so my 2024 intentions, habits and goals, and basically creating a strategy in order to make it happen. And you know what, every single year I spend so much time creating a planner for myself, and I've spent years perfecting it in terms of like what works, what doesn't work. You know, I've had lots of other planners and they've all been really great, and some have had things that I didn't really use, and then they haven't had things that I've really wanted. So about 3-4 years ago, I started creating my own, and then it suddenly occurred to me that you would all love to see it as well. It's, again, something that I'm asked so often, like organization skills, planning, to-do lists. How do I achieve my goal? How do I stay so positive on days where, you know, I don't feel like getting up and striving to achieve? And trust me, I do have those days. I have that planner just to remind me and to keep me on track in a way. So we've been working really, really hard to just make it sensational and just to make it perfect in order for you guys to be able to have it. And again, it's all to do with like the back end of my website. So I needed to build infrastructure and coding on the back of the website in order for you guys to be able to download it. And obviously with that, there comes loads of other things. So actually, by the time you see this, it will be live on my website. I'm so excited. And yeah, it's available to shop on my website, which is just wild to me. It's my first ever thing that has sort of been, yeah, shoppable. I can't quite believe it. So if there are any of you out there that are really interested and love a planner, I appreciate that actually today is the 10th, so the 10th day of January. And by the time you actually see this, Sunday, well, Wednesday today, Leonora, 14th, there we go, 4 days. I should have known that off by heart, shouldn't I? Tut tut. So if there are a few of you out there that do love a planner and organize and to-do lists and would love to know how I do it myself, you can now also do the same using my planner. There's so much in it. It's over 50 pages, from setting your goals, intentions, habits, non-negotiable habits, daily wins. It's just, I absolutely love it, and I've poured my heart into it. So I truly hope you guys love it as much as I do. I swear by it. So go and take a look, and fingers crossed you download it, because it would mean the world to me. Anyway, as you know, I've got an obscene amount of work to get on with, so I will see you guys in a little bit. Sorry, one more thing. I also wanted to mention that it is in that description box down below, and it is clickable, so go and take a look. Just finished working. I had another bowl of soup for dinner, in all honesty. I've had a bit of a working dinner. Had another bowl in front of my laptop. So delicious. I just felt like I was like warmed up from the inside out. I've just turned the television on. I'm gonna watch a couple of episodes of Bridgerton with the boys. It has shamefully just gone 9 p.m. Yeah, tonight got a little bit later than I had anticipated. So, you know, it's one of those things. I wish I'd worked out today, but I went for a long dog walk. I stuck to my habits and intentions of the year. I would have liked to have worked out, but sadly my schedule didn't allow. So tomorrow morning, you know, not all is lost, and that is okay. I've got to keep saying, you know what, things don't work out. Are you all right? Are you okay? Oh. Are you all right? What's happened? Did a little bit of water go down the wrong way? Yeah? Okay. Oh, it's a bit of a dramatic baby. Aren't you? Oh, just a little bit of water go down the wrong way. Didn't you, Mummy's little precious pickle? Didn't you? Anybody noticed my absolutely magnificent socks? They are sausage dogs. Anyway, as I said, didn't get to work out today, but that is okay. I am actually going to a reformer Pilates class tomorrow morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So I've got 2 reformer classes this week, so I'm sticking to that goal. Anywho, I do have a little bit of a sweet tooth in the evening, and I really, really struggle with this, because I know this house is filled with the most outrageous treats, but I'm trying not to think about it, because I could do some serious damage. I mean, over there, which I'm not looking that direction, are the Chocolossus biscuits from Fortnum & Mason. What I would do, but we are sticking to healthy habits, and I really, really just want to be the healthiest version of myself and just get back on track. Really, really focus. You know, this situation, old Bill on my forehead, that has got to go. Also, I don't know whether you can see, if I look up in the light, I have this mark underneath my eye. And yesterday morning, I could hardly open my eye. It was so swollen. So that's not ideal, but I think the more water I drink and the healthier food, lots of fitness, get outside in nature, lots of fresh air, not too much makeup, I will start to get back to my normal self. You know, the toxins have got to come out somehow. I wish they would come out in other areas and not on my face, but anywho, all is well. So what I'm going to do now is I've actually just chopped up some apples. I love to stew them so if I don't eat them before they go in the pot, with boiling water and cinnamon. So I'm going to pop them on actually the gas because I like doing it at a really, really low heat. I also just want to make a statement that I'm literally doing this to feel as healthy as I possibly can. Just sort of have that little bit of a health kick after a very naughty, and I mean, I sort of give myself this like guilt-free card to have 3-course meals 3 times a day in December. I mean, who in their right mind? Yes. So I just want to be able to pop on my pair of jeans and feel fabulous. And at the moment, they're just a little bit tight. So yeah, new year, lots of fantastic intentions and habits that I am going to be sticking to, or try to stick to. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. So I will keep you updated, and I will give you guys as many top tips and tricks that I find are useful along the way. Anyway, I'm warbling on. I best get these apples in the pot before I eat all of them. They don't look appetizing, but trust me when I say they are delicious. It's almost like a cinnamon stewed apple with a hint of vanilla. And yes, I am going to scrape out those apples at the bottom. And I actually love having this on top of my yogurt in the morning. It's almost like a sweet apple cinnamony compote for the top of your one-handed. This is quite tricky. That will do, but I'm gonna have to steal one of those. Absolutely delicious. Put it out. Put it in. Good boy. Ravi, wait. Wait. Ravi, wait. Ravi, in. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, Ravi's in. Good boy. Oh, bring it out. Good boy, wait a minute. I've just got to get it sorted. You keep shredding your beds. I mean, what do you think? Oh, your new one is coming, but why should I keep buying you new beds when all you do is shred them? Oh, that's better. Oh, like Mother Teresa. Yeah. Good boy, there we go. Okay, and then my perfect little pickle. Wait a minute, then let me get you tucked in. Let me get you tucked in. Wait a minute. Wait. Good boy. You just wait there. Oh, the underfloor heated. All nice and warm, cozy. In you get. Good boy. There we go. Okay, everybody is all tucked in. So we have the blonde bombshell in here. It's gonna get little treats so that we can say goodnight to them. They all get gravy bones. So the blonde bombshell gets 2. Night night, baby. You got the little wig pig in here, like Mother Teresa. Good boy. But Rafi just pokes his nose out. And Lord Voldemort. He kills me. There you go. You're drooling. What are you drooling? There we go. Oh, yum. Dilla scrub. Oh, delicious. So that is the boys all tucked up as snug as a bug in their little rugs. And it is time to go to sleep. I truly hope you guys have enjoyed this one. It's been a very, very casual vlog, but it's been a gorgeous one just to spend the day together. So I'll see you guys on the next one, and as always, sending you so much love. Are you gonna give everybody a kiss? All our love, guys.